You see a lot of people making their videos because they feel very proud to be here.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Our view of the White House, you can see a edge of it there.
Yeah. What is that? Oh, this is the White House? Okay, okay.
On the right is that a very tall statue of a man on horseback. That is General William Tecumseh Sherman. He best is remembered as the man who burned Atlanta to the ground during the Civil War and then cut a wide path of total destruction clear out the house. And although the street sign says E Street functionally, this is Pennsylvania Avenue. This is where the presidential inaugural parades began, the presidential motorcades joining up with all the high school marching bands from around the country. On the right-hand side, in the grounds of the Congress Department headquarters, White House Visitor Center, although it's very difficult to get into the White House these days, anybody can visit the White House Visitor Center. You do need to go through airport-style security, however. On the right now, Washington's City Hall. At the corner of City Hall, he's turning away from us. Mayor for life, Marion Barry. You can just see his face. Marion Barry was a bit of a scoundrel on the road, but Washingtonians loved him. They kept electing him as mayor, even after he was entrapped doing naughty things with someone he wasn't related to in a hotel here in Washington. The FBI charged him criminally. He got sent to jail. The moment he got out of jail, we re-elected him as mayor. So we fondly call him a mayor for life, Marion Barry. Well, he passed away quite a while ago now. Right next to City Hall is the largest office building in Washington. It is the Ronald Reagan Building and International Trade Center. 3.1 million square feet. Inside the Ronald Reagan Building, you will find the Children's Museum and the official memorial to President Woodrow Wilson. So look at you. If we continued, we'd end up right there at stop number 3. We'll be turning off, however, going up to Constitution Avenue and veering away from Pennsylvania Avenue. Across the street on the right-hand side is the old Postal Pavilion. That's why Ben Franklin is there. He's doubly honored here. He's on Pennsylvania Avenue because he's probably the greatest Pennsylvanian ever. He's in front of the old Postal Pavilion because he was America's first Postmaster General. Now, the old Postal Pavilion is still United States government property. Several years ago, the government put it out on a long-term lease to a hotel company. Donald Trump's company was the Trump International Hotel for most of Trump's first term in office. Toward the end of that first term, the Trump organization sold the lease to the Waldorf Astoria. Since it's still a government building, the National Park Service runs a free tour all the way up to the observation deck above the clock. Take the tour and stand up there. You're going to have a beautiful view, not only up and down the presidential inaugural parade route, but all around Washington. You'll have a lovely view of the Lincoln Memorial, Jefferson Memorial. You'll be sort of face to face with the Washington Monument. On the left, FBI headquarters, named after longtime FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover. Hoover was with the Bureau for half a century. He took over the design of a new building, and he did not care for it.
Oh, this is the building, right?
He said this was going to be the ugliest building he'd ever seen in his life, the ugliest must have broken his heart because not too long after he saw Clancy passed away. 2 days after J. Edgar Hoover's death, President Richard Nixon named the building in his honor. On the right-hand side is the parent department of the FBI, the Department of Justice. Justice Department's headquarters building named after Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy. And we've always had attorneys general. They've always been part of the executive branch of the Congress of the United States. Step number 15. Let's see if these other tour vehicles give us enough room to get into our designated spot here. Right in front of the original Franklin Delano Roosevelt Memorial. Ordinarily, we go to stop number 9 over the Washington. Canadian embassy here on the presidential inaugural parade route, the only country allowed to put an embassy here between the executive branch and the legislative branch of our government. On the right, the National Gallery of Art's collection continues to grow and grow. This is called the East Dome, designed by the Chinese-American architect Diane Painter, a very popular background. No one had ever had the audacity to appoint a woman to a
Capitol building.
the Senate fountain.
So this is the Supreme Court here in the US. It's a very big building, large building. There's only one Supreme Court in the country, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, and they've given a tour here. Okay. I was taking a picture. This is the Supreme Court right here in the United States, and this is a very big, very large building, the Supreme Court. This looks like a gold.
Do you want to walk up the stairs?
If you like to.
Okay, we can. Congress that passes the law.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Take a video, then I'll listen to you.
yeah.
What is that building? That's like all the.
I don't know. I have to look it up. It's it might be one of the museums.
A lot of museums. There's a lot to see in the U.S. You know.
I know. I'd like to see in
Oh.
Washington. There's
Washington,
So much more. That's why
yeah.
I have to get back on the bus. The bus ends at 5:30. It's
Okay.
and there's a lot more to see.
Right here.
I hope I'm very
I saw the capital of Arkansas state.
Yeah,
It was a great, beautiful. But I just only saw it outside.
What's the capital of Arkansas? The name of it, remember?
I don't know that, but I just took some pictures. It was just nice. License, that's what they say.
The airport you flew into.
Wow, tomorrow?
No, when you arrived, remember you came to Reagan?
Yeah, okay.
That's the place.
I think that's the south. That is southwest, I think. I think southwest has a very good reputation.
Yeah, this is a nice picture because you can get the Capitol building in the background. So you were just at the Capitol building, the round one.
Yeah,
Remember?
thank you.
3 hours wait for